Welcome back to Geneforge 4, everybody. So, let's open... Oh, we can't open that. But that was cool. I didn't meet her before my last playthrough, and I didn't know the council was actually directly observing Alwyn. That is neat. This hall is full of records. The bookshelves are heavy with dusty scrolls describing the working of Ilya province. At first, you're surprised that you are allowed in here. You shouldn't be given access to these papers. On closer inspection, you find that all the records concern more peaceful topics, crop yields and the like. This is nothing of military value here. And the two coves to the east, you see servant mines. Perhaps they know where the valuable records are. There's an elite warrior. Let's talk to him. The servant mine's eyes are closed. It is muttering to itself, quietly and quickly. You listen carefully. It seems to be reciting troop details, locations, movements, and so on, but you can't understand it. Attempts to get the mind's attention fail. It must be entirely dedicated to storing and examining the details of the war effort. This servant mind's eyes are closed. Okay. So, same thing. Objective taken. Send 1 ton grain. Huh. The master's chambers. Okay, so that must be where Alwyn lives. So, that's not where we want to go. Just another servile. What's down here? Purity chamber. Please wipe before using? So I guess this is where they come to use the restroom or something? Or maybe they use this to destroy stuff? Not yours. Dried herbs. Bunch of shaper equipment. This is Duncan. Duncan. When you find the shaper, he's adjusting a piece of equipment using a living tool to carefully bend a piece of piping into place. The tentacles on the tool shape the metal, while the creature squeaks in annoyance. The job is done. He sets aside the tool, which tries to drag itself away, and says, "I am Shaper Duncan, keeper of this place. Greetings. I was told that you might be stopping by. You may be given the unique and rare privilege of being personally trained by a shaper. Few outsiders get such a gift. Rebels and freaks like yourself, almost none." What is this place for? This is the finest shaping hall in Ilya province. The most powerful creations we use to hunt the rebels are made here, and I keep everything in good shape. And clean up the messes. And keep people out of the Eastern Corridor. What's in the Eastern Corridor? That is where we store illicit items seized from the rebels awaiting analysis. Stay out of there. No matter how much the general favors you, going back there will be harshly punished. Is it a difficult job? Yes, the shapers who come in are both exhausted and distracted by the needs of controlling the creations they already have, so they need guidance and support and protection when things go wrong. What sort of messes do you get? To give an example, a fine mixing pot in the southern room just exploded. It needs to be replaced. And sometimes badly made creations explode too, or they are created rogue and need to be immediately destroyed. Outsiders don't understand what a difficult and ugly job shaping can be. I have another question. Can I get some training? I will teach you several spells and shaping techniques, since you have already been modified to be able to shape. Learning to shape the proper way will give you some much-needed discipline. I want to know about shaping. Vlish! Yes! 2 levels. I need spells, buddy. Oh. What's Lightning Aura? Surrounds one foe with Lightning Aura, doing damage immediately and over the next several rounds. Battle Magic and Spellcraft skill increase the damage and chance of hitting. So it's like a dot. Okay. Rack. Place a curse, making your attacks against it more effective. Mental Magic and Spellcraft. Oh. Well, hey, we want to unlock for sure. Prices here are exorbitant. Yeah, we definitely want to unlock. Speed. Makes a single person good and faster. Augmentation. Increases the maximum amount of health. Regeneration. Restoring some of its health each turn. Ooh, that's good. Healing Craft and Spellcraft. Unlock it. Rack seems really cool, though. Making your attacks against its target more effective. Yes, I want Rack. More Blitzing Protection, Essence Shield. Okay, lasts the whole area, though. I think that's about it. That's all I need to know. Okay, I think that's it. Oh, guys, yes. Don't spill anything. These things are delicate. Let's snoop around a little bit. This book is a journal of all the creations made here in the last several months. Their creators and destinations are in code, so you don't understand them. However, you can see that a lot of very powerful creations or creatures have been made here recently. Glocks, battle betas and gammas, war trolls and kaisheks. The Shaper drive to control Ilya province continues. You also find a note slipped in between two of the pages. It says, remember, send message west. Need to combine mandrake essence and demon bile for purification. So that was like another recipe. So he doesn't want us to go here, I think, or something. Or maybe it's here. Please be careful. No. Don't want to get into trouble here. We'll follow their rules. For now. Okay, so that's fine. Let's go ahead and eat our creations. I don't necessarily want to eat them. I mean, the acid's super good. But the Vlish poison anyways. Untouched, though. Their regular attacks are just ranged. I don't know. These guys just... they're gonna die. Like, even with, like, a lot of levels. But as we get higher and higher, I'm just trying to determine if I want to keep them and level them up, or if I should just go Vlish. Base cost is 25. Total cost... yeah, I can't even afford this. I can just barely afford the Artillas. I have 32 essence, and if I create this guy, I have nothing to boost him up with. Alright, I'll stick with the Artillas for right now. But yeah, I mean, I have a feeling they're just going to die pretty damn easy. Plus, you can just remake them. I mean, you'd have to carry them throughout the entire game for them to be useful. Yeah, let's just eat them. Bye. Bye, Artillas. I love you. They do some good damage, though. Alright, helium bubbles. They fly. They project clouds of searing mist that disorient foes, making them weaker. So total cost is 46. We'll go with 2. That'll leave us a 50 essence. So I'll go ahead and improve this guy. Wait a second. This is the one without endurance. There we go. Level 17. Nice. And their stats are much better. Yeah. I think that was the right move to make. Now I could have a little Artilla to go along with us, but I just think it would die constantly. That would leave us with 20 essence. Let's do that. I mean, it's only a little bit more. It only gives us a little more essence, so yeah, let's do that. If the artillery keeps getting killed, then we'll just have to abandon it. But there's a lot to be said by having like a good dot on somebody that's strong that you know you can't kill in one turn. Even if the artillery does die. Think of it as like instead of battle magic, I have creatures that have spells like Searer, Disorientation. Alright. Let's get going. I don't know if there's anything else here to really play with or get done. But let's check. Towns are always like a massive time sink because it's like, oh, find all the people with quests. Just troops. It's like the troops' barracks. Kind of like where they hang out. Servile. He just makes food for him. What's for dinner, Servile Masterman? Oh, who's here? There are 3 alcoves in this chamber, each with large polished crystal. A shaper stands at each crystal, staring at it, lost in conversation. Occasionally each of them mutters a command or makes a hand motion. You can see dim figures moving in the crystals. The shapers must be commanding their creations from a distance. This is a rare and powerful magic which is being brought to bear to hunt the rebels down as efficiently as possible. Oh, very cool. Can I talk to him? The shaper doesn't even look at you when you approach. She concentrates on the crystal, which focuses her thoughts and words and delivers them to her creations many miles away. You start to say something, but she snaps. Hush! Let me be. Huh. Okay. Well, that's pretty neat. Let's go ahead and exit. Alright. There's no sound here. It is just quiet. Okay. So, here's a nice little town. The keep. Should be some stuff to get into here. Each cage here contains a skeleton. One is human, the rest are servile. A sign hangs from each cage, and each says the same thing. Rebel. The prisoners were brought here, put on display, and left to starve. Typical shaper treatment for anyone who questions their wisdom. Okay, what's here? Storage sheds. Warning trap. Thieves stay out. Barbaro. This inn isn't unusual. Oh, this inn is unusual. It's frequented by sailors, merchants, and caravan guards, and yet it's not horrible, smoky, and violent. It's quite clean. There's a small stage where musicians can play, and your feet don't stick to the floor. The woman in charge seems to be taking advantage of the slow business to keep everything nice and tidy. She smiles as you approach, though she is watching you carefully. Welcome, I am Barbaro, and this is my inn, the Vile Shanty. I don't get too many strangers, mostly just the same old reprobates stranded here. Need something to eat or drink? There's something I'd like to know about. She inspects you carefully again. She seems to see something odd about you. Not surprising, really. After all, there is something odd about you. There's a lot of forces in these parts. Lots of people, armed people, trying to do lots of things. Shapers and rebels, you know. And others? Her gaze is starting to unnerve you. She seems to be trying to decide whether to trust you. You know of others? Some others? Someone else? She is silent for a long moment, thinking. That she says, "You've had some time to see the world and what's happening in it. What do you think of shaping? The shapers do it. The rebels do it. You've seen what it is and how it works. What do you think of it?" Shaping is very dangerous. That is why shapers are right to keep total control over it, to prevent disasters. Barbaro nods. A wise point of view. The shapers are good and wise. You are a smart and careful person. Do you need anything else? How did the inn get its name? The Vile Shanty, you mean? It came with the place and I bought it. Awful name, but it's well known, so I'm stuck with it. But I do have to overcome it. What do you mean? The name implies, well, a place for dumb, drunk people punching each other, and we get plenty of that. But I expect them to keep things clean while they pummel each other. And don't break my nice chairs, or you can find another city to drink in. There's something I'd like to know. Afraid not. They're all taken. There's something I'd like to know. She inspects you carefully again. What are the rebels doing? Struggling against the shapers by doing their best to become them, making more and more powerful creations with no thought of the consequences. What are the shapers doing? Pacifying Ilia province, creating swarms of creations and not worrying too much about what they do, using their powers to summon the swarm. Your reputation with the shapers is improved. Okay, so that's all that was just a reputation check. No, I don't want to break in. I want to save those living tools. Although, I could use unlock. Skill not high enough. Oh. Okay, we'll have to invest in mental magic then. I was trained how to use it, but I'm just not good enough yet. Alright, so those are the barracks over there. Delame's smithy. There is one blacksmith still working here. He is an old servile with gray hair and wrinkled skin. There is room for another smith to work here, but that forge is dark and cold. It looks like this smith mainly works for the merchants, fixing tools and wheels and so on. He looks very nervous when you enter. Me? I'm Siklos. Hard-working smith. Peaceful. Me, nothing I can do for those like you. You don't have any weapons? Me? That's not the sort of work I do. Trip. He was the one who did that. He is gone. Where can I get weapons? Points northwest. Merry Mercenary. That place to go. Who was Trip? Survived other forge. Him. He listened to rebels. He helped them. He ended up starving in the cages. Bones still out there. Tell me something about Delane. Me? I have nothing to say. I'd rather you go. Why don't you want to talk to me? Me? I hear talk. Talk the Serviles say. I keep mouth shut. You don't need to worry about me or hurt me. Just go and leave me be. Okay. No blades for you. So here's the dock. Here's Lily. On the next one, guys, we'll talk to her and see what we can dig up about that safe house. See you then.